Alrighty, everybody. Welcome and ahoy! It is time for our weekly Mario Party stream. Hope you're all doing well. Let me look at that poll that already finished. What were the results? What board are we playing tonight? We're playing Rainbow Galleria. Yeah, anytime I put that in the poll, it just wins. So, alright. Rainbow Galleria is where we're playing tonight. As always, welcome to the show. If you are interested in playing some Super Mario Party Jamboree with me, the room ID is displayed on screen right here. And in just a couple of moments, I will reveal the passcode. And that way you guys can join in. If you played last week, I would ask if you kindly sit out this time, so that way more folks have a chance to hop in, especially if they're not normally part of the rotation of players. Hope everyone's doing well, though. Love the Master Sword shirt. Yeah, it's from Zeldathon's last summer. This is one of the shirts from Zeldathon Voyage. It was really good. The mall is indeed peak. Yeah, Maple, you're right. The mall's just one of the best maps, so it makes sense. Dylan Banning, no worries. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Folks talking about characters they're playing. Yeah, because if you're playing a character, the same character as someone else in the room, then it will struggle. I'm Rosalina, as most of the time, man. Do I design any of the Zeldathon shirts as well? No. No, I am not that skilled of an artist. I oversee the designs get made, but I am not one of the active artists for those, no. What do we think of the Sonic 35th anniversary celebration today? I didn't tune into the stream itself. I had too many other things I was doing, but I did keep track of like the announcements that came out of it, and it was like pretty much exactly what I said it would be yesterday. The reveal of Sonic Frontiers Definitive Edition for the Switch 2 as an out now kind of thing, and then a look at upcoming DLC for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, revealing more of the free Sega characters. And that's exactly what we got. There were some other things in there as well, some other announcements of like some concert-related stuff, and there's like an event in October that you can like get tickets for, things like that. Like, it was fine. That's about it. It was about as expected. Alright. I have had this screen open for a bit. I think it's time to reveal the passcode. As a reminder, if you have played in the last stream, I would ask that you sit out this time to give other people a chance to hop in and play, for those that normally don't get a chance to. Your passcode to get in is 9917. Kind of saw Classic Sonic coming across us. Yeah, most people kind of expected that. Alright, we've got MJ, we've got Talkster, and we've got Iggy. Alright. And these are our players for tonight. Alrighty. So let's go set up our round at Rainbow Galleria. Alright. And of course we are doing a Pro Rules round for tonight. Going to the mall. Yeah, the warpipe. Party settings, minigame heal beyond, motion off, because I'm playing with the Pro Controller. Alright. And here we go, everybody. Best of luck to everyone playing. And let's have a good time. Alrighty. Gotta get Sonic Racing Cross Worlds soon with the current deal on PS5. Sounds like a good plan, yeah. Just keep in mind, you'll have to pay for the online, if you don't already, for the PS5. Do I get the Zeldathon shirts for free? No. Sometimes, like, the marathon, like, the one with, like, the logo from the marathon, we do, but not always. Depends on our marathon budget, basically. Alright, playing third is not bad at all. Gives me time to react to what the first two do. And we'll see how it goes. So no, I do not get the Zeldathon shirts for free. I just buy a lot of them each time. Alright, Slowpoke bonus. Oh boy, alright. Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. What do you mean pay for the online? For PS Plus.
Here we go.
For PlayStation. If you wanted to play the game online with others, like any of PlayStation's online games, you have to pay for online support. The only real platform you wouldn't have to do that for is if you got it on like Steam. That's really it. That's pretty funny, Aiden. The way it just is kind of unsure when you're getting it. Or they tell you your game room went above 90 Fahrenheit. Yikes. Much cooler downstairs, but so hot. Yeah. Got a Wi-Fi thermos at the track. Oh, that's fair. Yeah. It's good to be able to keep track of those things. Yeah. I would say stay cool, but that's not easy to do. That's not easy to do over there. So best of luck. What's interesting is that Jamboree TV, Rosalina, Bowser Jr., and Koopa's art when the player order pops up is different than a base Jamboree. Is it? Like, is it like a new version of the render, or like the actual art is different? I didn't catch that, if so.
Let's go.
If we get a Mario Party for Switch 2, wonder how the devs are going to differentiate from Jamboree. Great question. I mean, I think a lot of it will come down to all the side content. I think the main party mode would probably be fairly similar, but the boards themselves would be different. All the different side content would be different. And you'd have mouse minigames baked in from the get-go. And probably one of the other biggest things is they may not have the Jamboree buddy system. There may be a whole different version. It's like an old render of them. Is it an old render but redone? So it's like an old pose, but it's like a new render? I want to look this up now. I'm curious. I really don't want to do domination already. Oh boy.
Start.
Oh, alright, there's one red. No! Alright, second red. Oh, yeah, but I fell off for that. Y'all came over here. I'll take 20 from that. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. I would have to look at or find a side-by-side comparison. I'm not sure. It's just an old render. Yeah, I don't know why they would change that then. That's weird. California is an exception. Yeah, some games are an exception to the usual need the service to play online shebang. You like the idea that allies in each Mario Party will work differently? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they will even have the ally system in the next Mario Party. Because they've only been in both Super games. Super and Jamboree. Well, I guess technically they were in Star Rush as well, but yes. Hey, Steven. Welcome, welcome. Marika says, next Mario Party should be best of both worlds, between Jamboree and Superstars. Yes, 100%. Mix of new and old minigames, content and large character roster like in Jamboree, but pacing like in Superstars. Yes! That's the ideal! That's the ideal. Would be so good if we got that. Will we? Hard to say. Really hard to say. If they do bring back the ally system, please revert it back to how it was in Super. I don't know if I want it like how it was in Super, to be honest. I don't really want everyone having all those different dice blocks. Oh, the unique die. Like, I'm sure in the past I mentioned it would have been cool if they still had that. But the more I think on it, the more I'm kind of... I don't know if I do want that. But, like, we may not see, like, the ally-based minigames anymore. The kind of benefits, like, if they do bring back allies, it may be an entirely different system this time. It's been different each time so far, so... It really depends. Speaking of Zelda, unless you miss something, we shall see the 4-player chaos return for another stream. Yes! We have one more stream for Four Swords Adventures. Playing with Fire Serpent, Muzz Yoshi, and PSI Squid Kid. Exclusively on Twitch. Normally, those are Wednesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern. However, tomorrow, Deltarune Chapter 5 comes out. And a few of them are planning on playing that. Like, right away. So, they asked if we can do it Thursday instead. So Thursday, 2 p.m. will be when we finish Four Swords Adventures. Wasn't enough. I land on the blue space up there. Could I go somewhere else instead? I could go get an item if I go up. Hey, Cam! Thank you for the resub! Thank you, thank you! Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Of course, it's Deltarune that yanks him away? Yeah, yeah. Plan on making a video on what your ideal Mario Party game would look like? Nice. Wish you could turn off the Jamboree buddies? Yeah. I do feel like in the next game they might allow you to turn off the system. If they bring them back, but who knows. Battle in a minigame to steal them? No, I think battling in a minigame to steal allies would kill the pacing even further and make it even slower. So I don't know if that would be a good idea. But yes, so we will be finishing Four Swords Adventures this week. It just won't be tomorrow. It'll be Thursday. Slight shift in the schedule there, but all is good. Fitting though, because we did start up the multiplayer streams on Thursday. Yeah, we started them off on a Thursday because it was on a whim, and we weren't... it was on a whim that we had from the night before. Thursday was not intended to be our usual day, but it's a backup day, I guess. Alright. And Topstar gets the first star of the game. Where will the next one go? Yes, Star Fox is coming out real soon. That is also coming out on Thursday, yes. Which means, yes, us playing Four Swords means yes. None of us playing Four Swords at the time could play Star Fox. Oh, that's right behind me now. That's a shame. Better than being easily stolen by passing them on the board. But also make getting those achievements a little more tolerable. Well, that's if they have an achievement system. No, I still don't think a minigame to steal them would be good, because I think everyone already complains that pacing a Jamboree is too slow. If you add in even more interrupting minigames, that's gonna be even slower. So I do think there should be something instead of simply passing them. But it might be as simple as like, hey, upon passing someone, dice roll. Whoever rolls higher, they stay with them. Or they leave with them. Yeah, Australia. Yeah, if you're factoring in like Australian or Japanese accounts, I mean, yeah, Star Fox will be available in like 12 hours.
Start. Finish.
Ah, that's fair. Nicely done, nicely done.
Winners.
Four Sword, Star Fox, normal TJ stream, and music update that night. Yeah, Thursday's busy. Thursday is busy. Alright.
New turn.
And Waluigi's the first buddy. They do that so fast. Great question. They didn't mess up once. I think Jamboree minigames are fun, but there was no reason to make them that long. They should have been just the same length as regular minigames. That's fair. I guess it's that they wanted to make it feel more special. Be surprised how many YouTubers and reviewers create an Australian account to play something early. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. That, like, extra 12 hours can do a lot, to be honest, so... I was gonna say, if it's 13 plus, you might as well see if you can roll at least that. Oh, well, now I need a perfect 10. Oh, you'd be one off. That's a shame. MJ's right, that is a close one. Being the first stream, etc. can get a lot of new people. Yep, exactly. And yes, it is indeed Sonic's 35th anniversary today. It is also the 30th for the N64 and games that came at launch, like Mario 64. And then it is also... I think I read it was the 19th for Phantom Hourglass. A lot of anniversaries today. Yeah, Marco. Anytime someone plays something off a different account to get it a little early, you see plenty of people being like, oh my god, how'd you do this early?
Let's go.
Happens all the time. It's a little ridiculous. What do I want to do here? You know what? Every single person I could go to will put me within 10 of it, so... Let's see where I go. Hello. Let's see what I roll. 7 or higher? No. One off. There's a lot of one-offs this game. That's kind of frustrating. No, it still wouldn't be worth doing because now Iggy has the super swap mirror. So it wouldn't be worth hitting over there. So I guess we're playing some pinball. I wonder if they could do anniversary content for Mario Kart World and new Mario Party Land next year in 2028, but that's wishful thoughts. So, not as wishful as you may think, Cam. I believe the Mario Kart World DLC exists, but I think they might be holding it to release throughout 2027 and more for the Mario Kart anniversary. And so that's one. And two, the Mario Party cycle would mean the next Mario Party game comes out next year in 2027. If it got any sort of DLC or whatever, you could do that for 2028.
Start.
Alright. Waluigi sign. Alright, we're spinning again. A blooper for everybody else. Not really what I want. I would like something a bit more helpful than... Oh, and the Waluigi sign's gone. Alright, I finally got all the Waluigi tokens. Oh! Oh, Waluigi's gonna throw more tokens on. Okay, okay. Wow, straight in. Straight in the gutter, that sucked. Again? Are you kidding me? Ooh, we love seeing the disco. Times 2. Times 2 can be huge. I'm seeing things actually happen during the times 2 window. No! I wanted the multi-ball, but that's just not going to happen at this point. Oh yeah, blooper for others. That's going to do so much. Look at that, like everybody just got a blooper, what the heck? Yeah, last place. That sounds about right. Is Andrew the pinball expert? I don't really know if he's that into it. You were thinking 2028 because that would be 30 years of Mario. Oh, that's true. I think they could do a DLC then. Assuming a new game comes out in 2027. And yeah, because Mario Party's been on a 3-year cycle, so yeah. Yep. Not counting the handheld ones. Not counting the handheld ones.
Oh,
They
no.
churned those out. But yeah, new Mario Party would probably be 2027, yes. I guess it'll be good to have a mushroom to help me. I was debating if I really wanted to do that or not, but it's only 1 coin, so... Nintendo doesn't add fast with DLC, etc. I mean, it's used to extend life and quality of life improvements, not take advantage of launch. Yeah, well, it kind of depends on the game for them, to be honest, but... Yeah, I'll loop back around. No, I don't need to exchange that yet. There are coins this time.
Whoa! Yay!
Did Jenna get together to play Star Fox Online? I mean, it's like a fun little multiplayer thing, but it's not like co-op as far as I'm aware. I have no idea if there's any intent for us to do any of that together. Probably not for streaming. As is, I don't even know if I'm getting the game for myself at all. I know my husband's getting it, but I don't know how interested I am in full on playing through Star Fox. I don't know. We'll see. If the next Mario Party is delayed till 2028, For 2027, we can get the GCN Mario Party NSO. There's 4 of those, and they wouldn't do all of them in the same year. If other NSO releases are anything to go off of Mario Party, they would only do 1 per year. We could see 1 this year, but I have a stronger suspicion that we'll only see Mario Party Advance this year. And that they'll wait to do the GCN Mario Parties until after the next new one releases. Oh, okay, sure. Nintendo needs to stop drip feeding GCN games. I agree. They need to stop. It's kind of annoying. You're so surprised they gave us a 2 Mario Party around Mario Party 10 and Super. It's like 4 yearly. Yeah, they did a lot of handheld ones around that time. Yeah, we still haven't gotten Sunshine. It's annoying. I agree. It's bizarre that we still haven't gotten Mario Sunshine. The drip feed release is kind of annoying at times. Or Double Dash. Well, Double Dash wasn't one of the ones that they announced to be coming. Like, yeah, it'll eventually happen later on, but that's not one that they, like, announced. Sunshine was announced at launch, and it still hasn't come out yet. Double Dash hasn't even been confirmed that they'll ever do it. We know they probably will, but they haven't, like, said they'll be doing that one. As Double Dash hasn't been announced, it's going to be a while. Kind of. I mean, we had Wario World, which wasn't announced. But I do think it will be a bit, though, before we get Double Dash. Sunshine really should have been on this year's Mario Day. 100%. 100%. And it's ridiculous that they didn't do that. Imagine it'd be like us versus viewers. I mean, like, I see why that would be neat, but I'm not really interested in doing that for streams at all. GameCube Mario Parties when? That's what we were saying. I think the GameCube Mario Parties are gonna... I don't think they're hitting NSO until 2028. I think this year, in 2026, we get Mario Party Advance on the GBA. In 2027, we get a new Mario Party. Whether that's the sequel to Jamboree or Superstars 2 or whatever they want to do. And then 2028, we start seeing the GCM ones. That's what I believe. Were the GameCube Mario Parties even announced? No. Those also were not announced. There's only 2 GameCube games left from what was previously announced. And that's Mario Sunshine and Pokemon Coliseum. They should have been done before year 1 of the Switch ended, or the Switch 2 ended, but alas, here we are. They still haven't done them, so... But anyway, regardless, I don't see them doing too many others that they haven't announced until after those are done. Wario World is the exception, because that one wasn't announced, but it happened. There will be more that happen after, of course, but it's hard to, like, full-on lock in any as, like, a guaranteed yet. But yeah. Weren't Mario Party 1, 2, and 3 released on NSO before Jamboree? You don't see them holding back GC Mario Parties because of new Mario Party? Okay, so Marco, the schedule for that was... The scheduled list for... the schedule for that was... Mario Party Superstars released October of 2021. 2022, they then did Mario Party 1 and 2 on NSO. together because technically 2 was made to replace 1, and 1 has the stupid problem with the stick. So, that's why they did them together. Yeah, that's fair. A year later, 2023 fall, they did Mario Party 3. Then a year later, they did Mario Party Jamboree. So, like, yes, they were released on NSO before Jamboree, but they were released in an annual release schedule between Mario Party games. So, looking at the way it is now, if they continue to use these Mario Party games as a sort of way to handle that, then we have this. So, 2024 was Jamboree. 2025 was Jamboree TV. This year, 2026, I believe, is going to be Mario Party Advance. I honestly do think that's what's going to happen. 2027, I think, is a new Mario Party. 2028, I think, is when they start doing the GameCube games. Maybe they don't pace them a whole year apart. Maybe only, like, 6 months or even, like, 9 months. I don't know. But I don't think they're gonna give all of them to us in 1 year. And I don't feel like they're gonna give us... On the non-zero chance that the next Mario Party could be a Superstars 2, I don't think they're gonna give us a GameCube Mario Party until after this next game. Whether it's Jamboree 2 or Superstars 2, it doesn't really matter. Because if they choose to feature any maps from a GameCube entry, they might do the same thing they did with the original Superstars, where they use that as a way to fuel your nostalgia and like, ooh, look, we pulled something from a classic game. And then a year later, or however much time later, they can go, ooh, well, you know, if you really enjoyed that game, you can now play where some of that classic stuff came from. Yes, Mario Party Advance was on Game Boy Advance, yes. Can we have GameCube content like maps? Yeah, that would be nice. So that's the schedule I see happening. That's the way I see it playing out. Who knows if that's actually what'll happen, but that's my analytical read of the situation with the market and their release schedule for Mario Party. Okay. Oh, everyone's starting to go. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done. You think getting 2 a year would be better? It would be, but then again, who knows what Nintendo... Like, yeah, I completely agree. Getting 2 a year would be fantastic. But this is also the company that told us in April of 2025, Super Mario Sunshine is going to be on your Nintendo Switch 2 with GameCube Nintendo Classics. Switch releases in June 2025. We go all the way to June 2026. Where's Mario Sunshine? And Nintendo is just like, where's what? Sorry? Where's what? Can't hear you. I agree. Mario Party GameCube Mario Parties every 6 months, two per year, would be fantastic. Do I see them doing it? Absolutely not. I think we'd be lucky to see them one every year. And people can sit here saying, oh my god, I have to wait all the way till 2030 to play, like, Mario Party 6? And Nintendo says, yeah, you do. You want that NSO expansion pass subscription. So, yeah. Marco says, if they remake GameCube boards on the next Mario Party, I will forgive them for holding GameCube map. But in my opinion, something like a Jamboree sequel makes more sense because it still includes old maps and minigames. Yeah, I like this structure of it's a new game, and then you have 2 classic maps, and at least 2... Not at least 2. You have at least 2 classic maps, and you have, like, at least 10 classic minigames. I like that. I want them to keep that format going forward, but we'll see. Cam says, minigames are good, but can we have some elements like climbing ladder traps, etc.? We've been playing Mario Party board system after DS. It's just the same without expanding board gameplay, like climbing traps and something. Don't recall we ever had that gameplay again since then. Good. Yeah, I do think there's a lot that they could do. I would love to have the trap system back for the GameCube system, or for the GameCube games, but we'll see. I'm glad everyone found that bit about of me, like, describing how Nintendo handles it funny. I'm glad everyone found that funny. Thank you. Kubidu said there's still a few N64 boards they could pull. There are, but I kind of want them to move on from pulling N64 boards because they don't need to remake every single one of them now that they've made those games available on NSO. We don't need a remake of every single N64 board. Granted, yes, Mario Party 3 only had 1 remade. I would take another one from Mario Party 3. But I also kind of want them to just move on past just the N64 games. Been a long time since we had new Mario and Sonic. No, Johnny, we're not getting anything new from Mario and Sonic. If we were, it would have been this year, because, or this past year, because of Olympics. That kind of thing is always a tie-in with the actual, like, real-world Olympics. And I don't think they got the rights. And I don't think they're looking to do it again. They don't give us GameCube. Yeah, they really don't. They drip-feed it way too long. Simpson says, Nintendo, the only Sunshine release is 3D All-Stars, which is no longer available. Yeah. Marco says, Sunshine better release in July. It'll already be almost half a summer by then, and Sunshine is a perfect summer game. Well, no, that wouldn't be half of summer. Half of summer is once we're in August. Summer only started 2 days ago, guys. We pay for Nintendo, and we still wait to even have something. Yeah, sometimes. Limited release only is stupid. I agree. Alright, 13. 13 to start. Again. Can I do this again? Maybe? Like to see some GameCube boards remade? Me too. Next Mario Party should have 1 board from each game of 1 through 7. Honestly, that's not a bad way to handle getting like 7 boards in. Ooh, hello. I like that. Also, wow, I actually rolled high enough. Let's go. Oh, it's only 11 this way, and I get to go to the shop this way. This way's better. Do I want anything though? Maybe. December 2029. Here's Sunshine. God. With the Olympic game crossover gone, maybe Mario and Sonic will have an adventure crossover? Maybe. You're right there. Yeah, that's fair. Alright. Yes, I would like my first star of the game, please.
You got a star.
You're good on Sunshine? I mean, that's fair, but people can't go out and buy Super Mario 3D All-Stars anymore. And they promised that game would come to GameCube NSO over a year ago, and it still hasn't shown up. That and Pokemon Coliseum. So there's a lot of valid frustrations over the fact that those still haven't released yet. No, that's not what I wanted to buy. Oh well, I guess I have a creepy dice now. I have an item to throw out
Yay!
as soon as I get a different item.
Hmm.
I'll go up this way.
Whoa! Oh.
The last Mario songs maybe didn't do well enough for them to bring it back. Yeah, Tokyo 2020 didn't do very well. Rio 2016 definitely didn't do well. Yeah, so the last few Mario Sonic and Olympic games just haven't done well in general. How about Game Boy Pokemon games? You want to use Pokemon you catch a Game Boy in Pokemon Stadium. That was such a cool concept in OG and can't even do it now. Yep. Yeah, no, you cannot. They do not have the compatibility between the NSOs to do that, even if they were to add the Game Boy Pokemon, so no. No, they would not let you do that, unfortunately. You don't know what's going on in their thinking when they release GameCube games on NSO. It's such a trickle. Yeah, it's really bad. It's a really bad drip feed. Yes, the Olympics also had some weird ordeal with NFTs. Yes, I do recall that happening. We thought N64 was... Yeah. Yeah, we thought N64 was a bad drip feed.
Finish.
This is even more. Because now it's a case of... The more... So everyone keeps going on like, oh, I want Wii NSO. I want DS NSO. And no, you don't. You actually don't. Not yet. 4 years' time? Sure. You don't want it yet. Because all that's going to do is... make the drip feed even longer. The reason why GameCube is so bad right now is because there is also GBA and N64 that are more part of the expansion pass that they alternate between. And they added Virtual Boy. And what happened when they added Virtual Boy in this past year? When there was a Virtual Boy update, or, you know, when it actually came out, there was nothing else that month. You do not want Wii or DS NSO anytime soon, because all that's going to happen is it is going to make every other system take even longer to get their stuff, and the drip feed for those new ones will become very apparent very quickly. Hey Oscar, welcome. Yeah, we were talking about all of that earlier in the stream. Handheld Mario and Sonic is always the better ones. I actually heard some others say the same thing, yeah. The more we get, the more everything gets spaced out. Yes, exactly. It was nice when we got a GameCube release once per month, and now we don't even get once per... No, that's the thing! That's the thing! That GameCube once per month ended pretty quickly. Like, it was done by, like, the start of 2026. Because especially, like, definitively by the time they did Virtual Boy, it was no longer once a month for GameCube. And now it's also... Oh, DK64 was at the very start of this month. I don't think this is going to be a GameCube release in June, because we had DK64, which is an N64 one, already happen. So it's a very frustrating way for them to handle it. And I'm not happy about it. It is a very unfortunate mess. Preaching to the choir. Yeah, basically. Didn't we get started on Sega Genesis? Yeah. Give you Mario Power Tennis and Mario Golf Advanced on NSO and you'll be happy? Oh, one day we'll get those. One day we'll get those. Not gonna be soon, but one day we'll get them. They need to add Smash 64, and you're glad they added DK64. Smash 64 is definitively happening at some point. It was part of the same league as DK64 and several other N64 games. It's just a question of when because of the drip feed. My hope is before the end of the year, but who knows. Same for Mario Party Tennis. You don't think it'll be soon because of Fever? Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to be for a while. If Mario Party Tennis got a Wii release, would they do that for GameCube and stuff? Yeah. Yeah, they would do... I mean, there was no content difference. It was just a new play control. So Mario Party Tennis would definitely be a GameCube and set eventually. You rushed to hit the creeper instead of the pipe? Yeah, I feel that. Honestly, just glad we got Strikers in the once per month GCN release that game's peak. Oh yeah, I'm glad we got Strikers very early on. I just wish, you know, maybe they kept up that pace. And it's also unlikely to do any NSO releases on major game release weeks. Yeah, exactly. One game every month should be standard. Yeah! And it should be, like, with each platform. Hold on, let me focus on this minigame before I yap more about this. Oh, I don't know. That was very close. Buy 2 cookies! Oh my god, good job, Icky. Good job, Icky. That's actually wild. Give me one moment.
New turn.
Before I get back to it, give me one moment. Okay. You can see why Smash 64 still hasn't been done yet. You have to remap the controls and everything. Yeah, kind of. I mean, that shouldn't take that long, to be honest. Also, like, they sell the N64 controller. Like, it really shouldn't be that bad. Me preaching about GameCube NSO sounded like years and years of built up anger that finally came out. No, it's... I'm very passionate about the NSO discussion because I actually think NSO as a service is really fascinating, but I feel like people just fundamentally don't understand it. And I'm frustrated by the way they handle the drip feed because it's such a good idea on paper, the way they have the service, and then they just somehow fumble it. They somehow keep pouring spaghetti out of their pockets kind of thing. Like, it's just, how do you keep messing it up like this? And it's one of the things I look at from Nintendo where they are constantly making such a decision that just makes no sense to me, and they have yet to change it. When Game Boy Adventure Prime was announced for Switch back in 2023, everyone, including you, lost their minds. They were so excited. Oh yeah, absolutely. Aw. They have to remap all the controls and characters, add back the extra modes, and improve the... No, they don't. No, they don't. What? Tony means Anthony, what are you talking about? They're not remastering Smash 64. The NSO service is basically emulation. It is basically in-house emulation. There's plenty of emulators that run Smash 64 already. It's very easy to do. So they could very easily have it working. It and DK64 have definitely already been out or been ready for a long time. That leak that had them, like, way back when was, like, over a year ago at this point. And it's just a question... It's just drip feeding at this point. It is actually just drip feeding at this point. There is no technical reason for why they haven't put it out yet. When most of the games for the N64 service were probably done by the time they started the GameCube service, if that makes sense. So it's just a question of how and when they choose to release them. Hold on. Okay. I gotta catch up on chat in a moment. Do I think we'll get Conquer on mature N64 onliners? Again, too controversial by today's standards, and Nintendo's wanting to release it. I think we can see it. I think we could see it eventually. You're surprised the original Pokemon Red and Blue isn't on NSL. There's nothing players would be missing out on for not being able to transfer them on the games. The problem is I think Pokemon Company wants them to be able to transfer, and that's why. Also, because I don't think the Pokemon Company is a fan of the rewind system. I'm sure they could just find a way to disable it on a game-by-game basis, but Pokemon does not want you working with, officially, they don't want you working with save states and rewind features. Nintendo Game Boy Advance should have never been released for Expansion Pass. That should have been based here. I see why it was Expansion Pack, because base Game Boy is... or the original Game Boy's base tier. But I do think it should... with how much is now on the expansion pass, I do think they should... if they restructure anything anytime soon, they should put GBA down on the base tier. Is there an NSO game my husband would want? I don't know. I honestly don't know. We are within the time frame where a new Smash could be announced within any year, including this year. Yeah, we could definitely see a Smash game announced within the next couple of years for sure. I think at this point, because one was not announced this past June, it wouldn't be this year. But I could see them announcing one next year. If Sakurai is involved, he did just finish Kirby Air Riders like a little over 6 months ago. So I could definitely see that being part of a reason why there wasn't one yet. Lord Clump, thank you for the sub. Means a lot, thank you. I did see you mention something about Discord. Yes, I do have a Discord. It is tied to, my Discord server is tied to YouTube channel members and Twitch subscriptions. So if you support the channel on either platform, then you get access to the Discord server by connecting your account with your Discord. So if you link your Twitch or your YouTube to Discord, you'll be able to go to the Connections tab in Discord and you'll get an automatic invite into the server that way. You think they were holding back DK64 release because of Bonanza? Definitely possible. How was the Rhythm Heaven Groove demo? I don't know, I haven't played it. I watched TJ play it earlier. How's Mario Party going? It's been a pretty close game, honestly. And we're now in the home stretch.
Home stretch.
So what you're hearing is by next year we need Wii, DS, 3DS Game & Watch, Wii U, NSO to help the drip feed. Oh god. Simpson, that'd be horrifying. I'm telling you, they don't need to fix it all over again when putting it into the engine. I mean, they need to get it working, but like... N64 NSO has been part of the Switch ecosystem since 2021. It does not take 5 years to get Super Smash Bros. Working on the Nintendo Switch. The first Smash game. That was, like, every N64 game was probably functionally on NSO, like, done and working, probably by, like, 2023, to be honest. It's just... Thank you. It's just a matter of when they want to release it. Might have to dip out soon and let the CPU play for you. No, I'm sorry to hear, MJ. Have I seen any of the reviews of Pokemon Champions on the App Store and Google Play Store? I have not. Nintendo Game Boy Advance video game titles are 2D, not 3D. I don't think 2D versus 3D is the reason why they should have it be tied to expansion pass or not, because some GBA games are actually, like, very content-filled. It's not a matter of 2D versus 3D. Never value a game based on if it's 2D or 3D. That is not a good metric at all for measuring quality of a game. Well, graphic quality, I suppose you can measure it by that, sure. But, the quality of a game is not determined by something like that, though, no. What you're hearing is that they have everything working again on the game once they put it on NSO. Kind of. For the usually it's usually like working pretty well, but then they have some stuff to fix up. Like I heard for DK64 in particular, there was some stuff they had to touch up. It's complicated, but it's been years. They definitely have everything done for the N64 app by now. It's just a matter of when to release them. 100%. GBA is technically like SNES. In fact, SNES is even better. So if SNES can be on basic NSO, you don't see why not GBA? That's fair. That's a valid take, Marco. Yes. Next year's going to be so bloated. I agree. With that logic, the SNES video game title should be on the expansion pack, which really doesn't make sense there. Well, SNES came out before expansion pack did, but...
Let's go.
Oh, I gotta plug in my controller. But like I said, though, Steven, I agreed with you. To a degree, I think it was fine for GBA to be part of the pricier tier at first. Oh, okay. But I think now that we have more things on NSO, I think it should be moved down a tier. We have a hype train going. Ooh. That's exciting. Thank you, guys. I mean, I'll go this way anyway. I wanted to speed up, not use the thicker. Don't forget the color TV game NSO. Oh, God, yeah. When was the last Genesis NSO game? Genesis and Mega Drive, yeah, those don't get updated very much at all. Forgot that existed. Yeah, exactly. Like, when you put it into the engine, there's gonna be some stuff that has to... Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. There's definitely, like, some fixes that'll have to happen, but... Not 5 years worth of it. No. Something, like, it... I have to imagine every game put on NSO probably is only, like, a couple months project. Once we reached... Or, at least for everything before GameCube. Once you reach GameCube, I could... see in the argument that it might be a little bit more, but it really depends on how many people you have working on that stuff, right? If you have a team of like 10 plus people, it may not even be that long. Yeah. A Dreamcast NSO would be pretty cool. I do agree with that. A Dreamcast NSO would be pretty cool. Can't do anything right now. 9. Yeah, that was like the best I could have possibly done in that position. Finding play Sonic Shuffle. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny.
Only 4 turns left.
Alright, 4 turns left. A lot of SNES games were remade on GBA, but they still looked and sounded better on OG SNES. The main appeal of GBA was that it was like the portable SNES. But you can play SNES on a handheld now, so GBA doesn't have that advantage anymore. Hence why you don't see it should be part of the premium package. No, I agree. I think it was fine to be part of the premium package originally, to make the premium package more valuable. But now that GameCube is part of that, and Virtual Boy, you can move GBA down. And I think they should move GBA down to the basic tier before they ever touch like DS. Yeah, GBA is on expansion pass. So you need the pricier NSO to get GBA. And I think when it first happened, that's fine, because it was Game Boy versus Game Boy Advance, you know, the base Game Boy and then like the premium one, like that's fine. But enough time has passed and there are other things now on expansion pass that I think some things such as GBA should be downgraded a tier. 1 in, 1 out. Yeah, I think that's valid. 1 in, 1 out sounds good, I think. Alright. What's Iggy's play here? Trying to think this through for a quick second. There's valid reasons for anybody, I think, because this game is so close right now. This game is so close right now, I think there's a valid reason to steal from anybody. Especially since you're in 4th place, and this will put you in 1st. There's no reason for you to play a GBA version of Super Mario World or Donkey Kong Country when the SNES versions are superior. There is a reason for the Mario ones, because those have, like, the advanced games have exclusive content. There is exclusive content in the advanced games. So, like, there are reasons to play those. Really thought he was going to go for you because he knew the star. No, exactly. That's why I was saying, like, there's a valid reason for literally everybody. That was pretty hard decision, I actually think. Aside from Mario Bros. And being able to play as Luigi, what changes in Mario World? I'm pretty sure all the Mario Advance games have, like, bonus exclusive levels, don't they? I thought they did, at least. Yeah, they kind of have updated sprites. They have updated sound effects, etc., etc. Only thing new in Mario World you remember is that there was a new intro cutscene and Luigi actually looked like Luigi instead of reskin Mario. That's fair. I could have sworn all the Mario Advance games had bonus, like new exclusive levels. I think they were e-reader exclusive originally, but NSO has them, if I remember correctly. I don't know, I remember when they got added to NSO, something with, back when I was a Game Explain, or maybe it was like, I don't remember when it was. I remember like something with Game Explain covering the e-reader levels. Only Mario 3, okay. That might be what I'm thinking of. Okay, I see. That's my bad. There's only one of them, not all of them. Okay. Alright. just gonna move still. That might be the Bowser space. Okay. Alright.
No.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. This should be interesting to say the least. But yeah, long-winded thing short. I just want them to change up a bit with how they're handling NSO. The drip feed for it feels very careless currently.
You got a star.
Okay. Ooh. MJ and I are both right there. What's the purpose of the Kid-O-Matic and Tomodachi life? To make your me temporarily a under 18 as opposed to over 18. So they could have different interactions with kid characters. Likewise, the age-o-matic is to let a kid character be aged up. Odd, but it's certainly a feature in the game. I wonder if we could have GBA support for GCN games, like how they had with GameCube and GBA Player. Is that possible to do now with GCN and GBA NSL? Unfortunately, not. If they were going to do that, I think they would have already, because Wind Waker was the first game on GameCube NSO, and that has the Tingle Tuner. And they didn't do anything with it. So, unfortunately, I don't think there's a plan for them to do anything with that. Any sort of connectivity like that. It's unfortunate because it definitely means there is inaccessible content that way. But... Did we get all of them?
Finish.
Hell yeah, that was good.
Winners.
Like, I feel like NSO releases should be happening more regularly to help space out whenever Nintendo doesn't have, like, a game that they're marketing coming out in a week. You could do an NES release, an SNES release, a Game Boy release, or you could go bigger, do an N64, a GBA, GCN. But the problem is the way they're spreading out the drip feed is they want to be able to still have an NES title get added near the end of the Switch 2 life cycle. They're doing it in a way where they still want to be able to release titles really late into the game for some reason. GBA players lost Nintendo history. Yep. No idea when I'm picking up Star Fox this week. So someone mentioned my anniversary. Yes, I do have my wedding anniversary on Friday. I just think a new game every month should be a standard on NSO. Even for only one platform, but sometimes having months of literally nothing is annoying. No, there is an NSO update basically every month. But it's like not always for the same platform. So it's like usually there is a base NSO update every month or an expansion pass update. Usually it's one or the other, sometimes both, but never separate updates within the same one. So you're never going to see 1 week there's an NES title, and then the next week there's an SNES title. It's never like that. So when we see an N64 or a GBA game get added, they're not doing a GameCube game that month, kind of thing. It's weird. They could do that easily, but they're still sitting on the older titles. Yes, they could easily do it, but they don't. I don't know what time the Splatoon Raiders Direct is. I just know that it's next week. It's on like Tuesday or something. Wish Nintendo is doing more to preserve their own stuff. I mean, internally they probably are, but not exactly in a consumer-friendly way. Until we get to Switch 5, we'll still be on SD4 games. Probably. Yearly anniversary, thank you. How many years will I have been married? This Friday will be my 5th wedding anniversary, so it'll be 5 years married this year. I thought the expansion version is more expensive. There should be new title for the expansion version every month. Yes, I agree. I feel like there is content for the expansion pass version every month. Hold on. Let me look. Where's the release schedule? Let me look at a release schedule. Oh no, DK64 was May 27th. Okay, never mind. We have not had an expansion pack update for June. There is actually still a chance of something this week or next week. Will there be? Probably not. I thought DK64 was first week of June. My bad. Wow, okay, so never mind. They actually did DK64 like 2 weeks after a Virtual Boy update. Both NS expansion. Okay. I'm a little wrong there. I will own that. I was a bit wrong there. They're still drip feeding it in a really bad way, but not quite the degree I was talking about it. There was a couple Virtual Boy. No, that's not Virtual Boy. That's NES? SNES? There was some in April. Pokemon XD was in March. GBA also had an update in March. Okay, you know what? I was wrong on that. We have been so we have been getting some. Oh my god, are you kidding me? We have been getting some of them multiple times in a month. Some GBAs and N64s and or GameCube in the same month. I have none right now. MJ has 3. But Toxter is close to getting a 3rd one as well. I'm still going with MJ, who has 3 currently. I heard that. GVG with the raid. Hello, welcome, and ahoy. We are nearing the end of a round of Super Mario Party Jamboree Pro Rules. I would say it's going well, but I'm in 4th place, so I don't know if that's exactly going well. We are otherwise having a long-winded discussion about the drip feed of NSL releases. If you don't know me, ahoy, I am Toontress. I am a Nintendo-focused content creator and streamer. I do a bunch of Mario Kart and Mario Party here on my streams, and on my YouTube channel, I do a bunch of scripted content, too. Good to see you, Ash. Played some Deadly Premonition and the Rhythm Heaven Groove demo. Oh, I hope you enjoyed the demo. Good fun, good fun. Thank you for the raid, though. Hope you're doing well. Focus on the conversation. How's the game going? Yeah. Love it. Rhythm Heaven is life. Good. I watched my bestie stream the demo earlier when he was streaming on Twitch, and he's very good at Rhythm Heaven. So it was a delight to see. I'm not very good at this game, so I like watching it, but playing it is a whole different story. But it's good fun. It's good fun. It's good to see we're finally getting another one, and it's very soon. Okay, Toxter did indeed make it to this star, so now Toxter's the one with 3 stars. This is kind of precarious. Was John Cartwright the one that couldn't play Mario Party Championship Season 1 but then came back for Season 2? Yes. Yes. That is indeed what happened there. To be honest, you're kind of sad NSO GameCube's being drip-fed so slowly. Yes! Yes, that is I completely agree, Maddie. No worries, Ash. Have a nice dinner with your wife. Good seeing you. I gotta have rhythm. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, that's what our long-winded conversation has been about. That we're upset that GameCube NSO is being drip-fed so slowly. I corrected. I did correct myself. I thought it was like I thought we were looking at a case of there's only one NSO expansion update per month, but we've actually have seen instances of multiples. We've seen times where, like back in March, for example, we had Pokemon XD Gala Darkness and Mario vs. Donkey Kong on GBA. Both happened, and okay. And then in May, we had DK64, and then just before that, we had some Virtual Boy games. So they absolutely can do multiple in the same month. That being said, there has not been an update in June for any of the expansion pass platforms, which is a little annoying. Oh, okay, that was funny. But we're in a time now where like it would be really nice if just any time there wasn't like a big Nintendo release that they're pushing, if they just release something on NSO, you know, it would be nice. But oh well. Maybe end of this month we get an NSO announcement for July, given DK was June 4th, but announced May 20th. Oh no, so DK was June 4th. DK was in June. Why did I think DK was... The thing I was looking at... Oh, the thing I was looking at was probably going by dates they were announced. So DK was in June. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I do think maybe if there's any NSO, yeah, there probably won't be another one in this month. N64 was drip-fed for a while on NSO, now it's GCN, or GameCube's trying to wait. Yeah, but N64 is also still being drip-fed. Since we live in an age where a lot of old games are getting remakes, you wish we got Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie remakes. That's fair, Marco. Those would be pretty cool. Maddie says, especially like, they have so many chances to launch games alongside some announcements, like Star Fox Assault. Star Fox in particular is really weird because when they did the Star Fox Direct, they showed Adventures in there, as if that was something people could just casually boot up and play right now. Leading everyone to think it was going to come to NSO before Star Fox released on Switch 2, and no sign of that, so. Sorry, Steven. For now, the Mario Party Championships are only open to other content creators because I require that everybody playing have that ability to record things, which I can only really ask of content creators because they're in a position where they pretty regularly do that stuff. No one got Wario. Hey, Wario is gone. Everything Star Fox Avengers is a Shadow Drop reveal? I mean, yeah, maybe. Alright, what do I want to do for this turn? Maybe this is the turn where I just see where I go and then what I could do with it next turn. Yeah, that was confusing. You think they'd, with the Adventures footage, they'd be like, now you can play on NSO. Yeah, no. So weird of them. 13's not too bad. Well, it kind of is when I roll that. Now I need a 9 to be able to reach it. Yeah. Do I want an item for the final turn? It's probably not going to help, but on the off chance it could potentially help me, sure. Avengers had mind-blowing graphics for its time. That's fair. Nintendo forgot about GameCube NSO. Kinda. Probably never had me wish we got Skies of Arcadia Legends on NSO. That would be cool. That would be cool. There's so many games they should bring to NSO that it's kind of a shame if they have or have not. NSO is a bit of a mess. That's been our conversation topic of the night. $76. You know, there's one thing I will say about NSO. I'm glad that Nintendo Music is on the base NSO tier and not tied to the expansion pack. I have the expansion pack, so it doesn't matter that much. But I would definitely be upset if Nintendo Music was tied to the expansion pack. I'm just about to get a 3rd star. Yeah, it does seem like it. Yes, we are doing Yoshi tonight after. Once this game is done, I will be doing some Yoshi's Island. Managed to get 67k points. Wow. If DS and 3DS would eventually come to NSO, like maybe on Switch 3, how do I think they would handle the dual screen and touchscreen controls? Honestly, like they did on the Wii U. If you look at a Virtual Console game on the Wii U, you can actually make both screens display on the same screen. Like side by side next to each other.
Dual minigame.
And we already know from Virtual Boy, they can force you to play NSO, not docked. So they could make DS games something that's restricted to playing in handheld mode. They can make, or maybe, you know, they allow you to use the Joy-Con and mouse mode with like an interface for it.
3, 2,
But
1, go!
Do I think they're withholding Sunshine for NSO because of the 3D All-Stars collection? No. Because they wouldn't have announced it then, if that was the case. It was one of the first games they announced for GameCube NSO. And that was over a year ago. There's frankly no reason why it shouldn't be on here yet. Also, you cannot buy 3D All-Stars anymore. Technically. It is not on store shelves anymore. It is not something that have to be printed anymore. So, by Nintendo's standards, you cannot buy 3D All-Stars anymore. So that wouldn't stop them either. Also, 3D All-Stars was in 2020, went off sale in 2021. Then 2021 had N64 NSO, and Mario 64 was on there pretty quick. So, yeah, no. So that isn't tied to it at all. Nintendo Music Premium same day music release. Okay. That would be kind of crazy, actually. Like that one meme, what is Nintendo even adding to NSO? Yeah, yeah.
Bonus minigame.
We'll make it even. But do I want to play Domination? Yeah, okay, okay. Sunshine for summer? We said that last summer! This time for sure, baby.
Start.
I agree though, Matt. It really should have been one of the first ones, and it's really weird that it wasn't. So Mario 3D also has a video game store that still sells the game. Yeah, but it's not in print anymore. That game was only supposed to be available for 6 months. Any store that's selling it, it's because it's a used copy. Or, you know, they didn't sell out of their stock, so they still had extras. That's really it. The GameCube NSO startup noise is indeed from Sunshine. Yes, it's the coin sound effect from Sunshine. Yep.
Finish.
Also, Steven, please stop begging in the YouTube chat to be able to play in the Mario Party Championships. It's a little weird, frankly. I understand the wants to be able to play in it, but it's... Again, it's a level of quality and production that I cannot have random people involved in. They have to be invited by me because I know they're able to meet the technical requirements needed to be able to take part in a show like that. That being said, also, content creation doesn't need to start... Nobody does content creation because they're rich, buddy. I can promise you that much. So if you have an interest in becoming a content creator and your mindset is, oh, I need a part-time job or a full-time job, or if only I won the lottery, you do not have the right kind of mindset to get into that, and you need to reevaluate why people do content creation in the first place, because nobody does content creation because they're so rich that they have the money to be able to do something like that. No. DS NSO only on hand would be so awkward for content purposes. You want to stream those games? Oh, yeah. For content purposes, God, I hope they don't restrict anything to like handheld mode only. But they already did it for a Virtual Boy, so there's a precedence. They could easily do that if they wanted to. You actually think that Nintendo could do the screen attachment for potential Switch 3. Imagine, you play like a Switch, then connect the screen attachment to the console for DS experience, and then dock the console, connect the Joy-Con to the screen attachment, and have it be a Wii U. You can have all Nintendo consoles in one. I could also see them doing some sort of connectivity between the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. Or, at that point, a Switch 2 and a Switch 3, but yes. Yes, Tony. Mario Party Championships is something I only have for content creators. It is only open to other content creators, and I personally invite them. If Mario Party 7 ever gets added to NSO, it'll be interesting to see how they handle the 8-player mode. Oh, it'll be handled exactly like how it was originally. No shot otherwise. It'll 100% be handled exactly the same way. You have to share a controller. Do you wonder if they struggle with performance? Like, Sunshine on 3D also was capped at 30 FPS, so maybe a full 4K upscale, they would need more work on it. Maybe they do, but not enough that it would take a whole... Here's the thing, right? They wouldn't have announced it when they did if they were having that much trouble with it. If they were struggling with it, it would not have been one of the early games in their trailer for it. They would not have revealed it as one of the Year 1 games. Because that means they wouldn't have had the confidence that they can get it up. Now, Steven, I understand that people are in different situations. I fully understand people in different situations, and I fully understand that there is a degree of financial barrier to have the technology to do certain things. I'm not doubting that, but I'm saying that the financial barrier is not exclusively the reason that would stop someone from doing content. And most people don't make content just because they have the money for it. You know, if it's something you have a passion towards, you find somewhere to start. Is really what it is.
Final minigame.
Because I can promise you, when I first started content creation, I did not really have money for it at all. I used free editing programs and really cheap capture cards that barely worked.
Here we go. Oh, okay. Start.
It would give more people a reason to play in handheld mode? That's true. Yes, made it. 8-player lobbies. I I don't know if they will let you do 8-player lobbies for Mario Party 7. I think that's something you would only be able to do when doing local. Because it's sharing controller kind of thing. Am I a fan of the Pikmin games? I am a fan of the Pikmin games, yeah. Much more recently. Much more recently. I kind of got into a bunch of them before Pikmin 4, but they're fun. I like them.
Finish.
Nicely done, nicely done.
Winners.
We already have Mario Party Championship reviewers. Yeah, exactly. Like, rather than trying to get into Mario Party Championships, I would much rather y'all try to play in my community live streams with you guys. I have a lot of fun doing these with you guys. Let me do the GG sticker. Because this was a good game, everybody. This was very close for a lot of it, too. Some of the free editing software can sometimes be better than the paid stuff. Exactly. Okay, who moved the least amount of spaces? It was MJ. Less about money, more about dedicating the time outside of work and responsibilities. Yeah, exactly, Maddie. Terrible at Pikmin, that's fair. And there we go. Talkster is
Congratulations.
tonight's winner. If your favorite screen recorder, camcorder in 2011, that's fair. Alright. This was a game. If it was event spaces, wow, that was actually very close for event spaces. And if it was most moved, that would have been Iggy. I was 10 off of MJ for Slowpoke. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't feel like anybody really moved very far at this game, to be honest. I've seen numbers much higher during this. It really does feel like we all just kept rolling pretty lowly. Alright. First time playing Pro Rules as well. Nice. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I really like Pro Rules. I think it's great for the stream format like this. Especially when there's more to do afterwards. Such as in this case. Don't go away. I'm going to put us on BRB for a couple minutes. And when we're back, we're going to be playing through at least half of the next world for Yoshi's Island. I will be back in just a few minutes. Feel free to keep putting a bunch of questions in chat. I will make sure to answer them when I get back in just a few minutes. So we will return imminently. Don't go away. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's time for some Yoshi's Island. Let me make sure we're all set. Just check in here. Looks like Twitch tried to tell me we were in the middle of an ad break, but we definitely shouldn't still be in the middle of one. That definitely should have ended by now. So I think we're all good. So, we're gonna get started with, World 4. Manny asked, what is my whole take on the Ocarina of Time remake? How faithful would I want it to be to the original? I mean, I'm looking forward to it, right? I am looking forward to Ocarina of Time remake. I think it's gonna be exciting. I want this to be their opportunity to do more with it, frankly. So I am okay with it not being very faithful gameplay-wise. I'm okay if they change things. I'm okay if they make the art style crazy, it has voice acting. I'm okay if there's some changes to it, because while this is a very, very beloved game, I want to see what they do to warrant a remake in their minds, right? I want to see what they can bring to it to shake things up. Mario 64 is 30 years old. Yes, we were talking about the anniversary earlier. Wild. Okay. It just instantly blows up. Alright. There we go, there we go. Can I not go into any of these? No? Okay. Oh, and now my headset started dying. Hold on. Okay. Headset's dying, give me one moment to replace. Was it technically rushed, or it wasn't fully realized because of limitations? I don't think it was rushed. No, I think, yeah, there were things they wanted to do with it that they couldn't because of technical limitations. So I would love to see some of the original vision get actualized here that they couldn't do before. I think that would be really, really cool. You think it should be faithful as it has the same base story and it looks familiar to the original? Yeah, yeah. I think it should be faithful. I'm just saying I won't be upset if it changes things. Is what I'm getting at. Fix two things, one major, one minor, are the game issues. Yeah, I'm curious what those are. Ocarina of Time was supposed to be for the 64 DD, but the DD failed, so they had to change course and make it a standard N64 card. Yes. I don't know if I was supposed to eat him. Oh, alright. What? Okay. That's handy. Oh, next room, okay. Have I played Yoshi's Island DS? Yes. I have played Yoshi's Island DS. I played that one back when it came out originally, and I really liked that one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh god, now we have the Dizzy Fuzzies. I kind of just habitually try to eat the enemy in front of me. We managed to avoid this, I'm pretty sure, when we did the actual touch Fuzzy get Dizzy level. Alright, we're good. No! The Koopa pushed me into it. No. Oh god, it's getting worse! Oh god! Okay. Chill out, Yoshi. Let it calm down. Let it wear off. Okay, we're good. That's right, I can get rid of them with eggs. I did forget about that. Okay, okay. Do I like Four Swords Adventures? Oh, I love Four Swords Adventures. That's why we've been playing it on Twitch with friends. Four Swords Adventures is definitely still one of my favorite Zelda experiences. Not necessarily one of my favorite Zelda games, but one of my favorite experiences. I love it for the same reason why I love Super Mario 3D World. That competitive multiplayer is great. Alright, let's go. How far are we gonna go? Look at all these flutters. Uh-oh. Oh, hey, I see you on a level. Okay. Oh, we missed a flower, but that's good. Yes, there were 6 worlds in this game. Is that why he likes mushrooms? That's funny. This is a very early example of Super Mario Wonder effects. Yeah, you know what? That's kind of true. What's my opinion on Baby Mario crying in this game? It's fine. I don't think it's anything too crazy. Andrew says, so the 2 major flaws with Ocarina of Time: 1, redo the water temple; 2, do something about the Kokiri plot hole. I don't know what the Kokiri plot hole is. The water temple does not need to be redone. The water temple is fine. Like, it's nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be. It's in fact a lot better in, like, Ocarina 3D already. Like, it's really not that bad. Just because it's difficult does not mean it's bad. And also nowadays, there's guides. You can look up a guide if you're confused, if you're lost. That's not a problem. Let me look at what more said was in chat. Remember the beginning of the game, they said the Kokiri died to leave the forest. At the Ganondorf was defeated, departing Long Long Ranch. That's not a plot hole with the Kokiri. That is, the Deku Tree lied to them to keep them safe. The implication is they only think that's true because the Deku Tree told them that. The implication is that they actually could leave all alone. That's not a plot hole. Give me one moment. I want to actually catch up on chat. Streamer conversation from earlier made you think of the time you wanted to show your gameplay from your Switch to a friend on Discord. And because you do not have a capture card, you took a webcam, badly set it up to look at your monitor, and then screen shared the camera app from your laptop. The gameplay was super blurry and barely 30 FPS, but hey, now you're ready to become a streamer. Nowadays, thankfully, that's what, like, game chat can do. Like, you could definitely, like, show, like, you can use game chat for things like that now, which is nice. Have I played this game before? A very long time ago. Long enough ago that I don't really remember much about it. So this has practically been a new playthrough. Well, that's a plot twist in your life you'll never get over. That's fair. That's fair. Didn't realize it was a lie. Makes sense. Yeah, no, the point is it was the Deku Tree keeping them safe. They're safe in the forest. If they don't interact with the outside world, they're not gonna have to deal with any of the dangers. So, and maybe it was a case of the Deku Tree's magic wouldn't let them leave. That's also possible. But, point is, by the end of the game, they are able to. Okay. There we go. That was nice. Oh, okay. More stars. Okay, I like that. Okay. That's kind of funny. What did I think of the Mario Galaxy movie? I loved the Galaxy movie. I thought it was fun. I had a great time with it. More stars. Flower, nice. Do I think Bowser's star is counterintuitive? Why would we want to land on Bowser? It's kind of like a pity star, to be honest. It's not that it's counterintuitive. It's more that it's a pity star. And just having a pity star in general can really shake things up. Alright, what is this? Yoshi begins to fall up after hovering, press B again to hover some more. Use this technique and the magnifying glass to get all 5 red coins here. Oh god, okay. No, I missed one. I missed 2. Oh, shit. Okay, well. Oh, I had a choice between them. Damn. Oh, wait, no. I could probably just... Probably just respawns. Oh, he does not just, in fact, respawn. Oh, I can go back to this. This might make him respawn. Oh, the coins are gone. Now I have to, like, try to remember. No! Well, that's pretty bad. Let's see if that's back. Is there a bonus shot that Pro Rose doesn't have that I wish it did? I kind of would like to see Pro Reels have more than just those 3. No, I went the wrong way. Alright, I'm not resetting him again. Oh well. Unless I've gone far enough that he just resets. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're good. Oh. Alright, we're good. Why would you want to be unlucky? Just get the unlucky star. These are just, hey, you suck, but here's a star, so you have a chance to win. Yeah, they're pity stars. They're a chance to try to help. I do not have a key. Okay, yeah, that works. What the heck? I'm not gonna bother trying to do that. I'm just gonna go. I don't know what the benefit to going to the yellow one would be, but sure. Minigame star and pro rules sounds like a no-brainer. Yeah, yeah. Is the NES version of the... Oh, is this the NES version of the Game Boy Advance? This is the NES version. If it was the SNES, you would... Or, if it was the GBA, you would be hearing, Yoshi's more modern sound effects, I think. Yeah, this is the SNES version. When you jump off one of these platforms, the number shown is reduced by 1. If the number hits 0, the platform vanishes. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. There we go, we can go up. Oh. Where am I supposed to go with the helicopter? The song from Mario Kart 8. Was it ever stated in the Hyrule History or anything that the Deku Tree lied? No, but it's the... It's something you can infer. It's something you're able to infer specifically because the knowledge that they have that they can't leave the forest is given to them from the Deku Tree, and the Deku Tree is meant to protect them. It's one of those it doesn't necessarily need to be explained kind of things, so they don't. Hold on. A lot of chat messages. Let me actually make sure I can focus on seeing them. So yeah, like, they never, like, no one went, like, did you know? Like, in official media, no one went, did you know the Deku Tree lied to the Kokiri? Like, no. But it's, you can infer that from what you have there. It's not a plot hole for them that they can't leave. It's also kind of like, they never tried to leave the forest. The Deku Tree never let them, or, you know, the Deku Tree also died. So... Can't not hear the main Yoshi's Island level music and not think of the lyrics video. That's fair. He says, if I do end up moving my single player streams to Thursday and have my Tuesday streams exclusively Mario Party, have I considered playing 2 rounds of Jamboree during the streams? I don't know. To be honest, I've barely even considered the potential of moving the single player things to Thursday. So no, I haven't, and I don't really know or have an answer yet. Here's the thing. No is my immediate reaction, because the whole point of moving single player to Thursday, if I do that, is to be able to end stream earlier, because my husband's schedules now make streaming really late harder. So playing 2 rounds of Mario Party completely defeats that purpose. So no is the answer on that. At the end of the day, the Kokiri are still scary kids. Yeah, exactly. That was an amazing did you know voice impression. Thank you. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, my streams are ultimately still something like fun and casual, right? I know I have a, like, typically regular schedule with the Mario Kart Mondays and the Tuesday streams, and now I also have the co-op streams, but ultimately the streams are a bonus. The streams are a way for me to have either regularly scheduled collabs with other creators, which is what the co-op streams are, or community stuff with you guys, getting to do a little bit of extra fun things. My main content creation really are like my scripted videos and whatnot that go on YouTube. Everything streaming wise really is like a bonus. So I don't look at it in a way of, oh, life got in the way. I had to cancel stream here. Now I owe everybody a stream, and I got to work that in. I don't look at it that way because, frankly, that's not healthy as a creator to do that, and especially when streaming is not my primary focus with my content creation. It's really just something fun and extra on the side. So it's why when life gets in the way, because life happens, um, if streams have to get canceled, I don't really have much reservations about having to do stuff because, or if I ever have to do that, because sometimes just life gets in the way. And the streams really are just like a very like casual, fun thing for me to do with you guys. And I'm not I'm not trying to make the streams feel like a responsibility. So when you ask like, oh, have I considered making, these streams longer and doing a different stream on a different day? The answer is primarily no. Just to be completely honest there. Tristan, did you know gaming when? Give me the did you know gaming email? Suggest Tristan a video. I mean, it'd be fun to do stuff with them. It would be fun to do something with them in the future. That's pretty funny. Yeah, it's just a fun hobby. Exactly. All right. Now I caught up on chat. So now I can actually keep going. Oh no. Okay. I'll own that one. That one was actually me messing up. All right, we had the middle ring. And it was also like right here anyway. Oh. That was just straight up a platform. Okay. To get up there. Yeah, okay. Whoa. Okay, no, wait. Oh. There we go. Whoa. Okay. Ow! No! Oh my god, stop. No! That's really bad. Oh, good, okay. Okay. Little guy came with me. Oh, I don't have... Alright, yeah, that works. That's bad. Okay, well, that's not good. Okay. I think I can do better this time. Just having to read chat, having to play games and reading chat live stream. Look, chat's been active. I want to make sure I actually, like, get to it, you know? Oh. I don't know how I did that. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, okay. Next room, next room. Imagine if this game was a style of Mario Maker 2. Oh, that would be very cool, but that is very different. What the heck is this? Okay. Oh, that's fun. Still going. Still going. I missed a couple of flowers, so that's okay. That's okay. Favorite kind of pizza toppings? I really like meat pizzas. But also, onions on them too. Those are pretty good. So we do, like, pepperoni, sausage, meatball, and onions. Those are good. Although, I also really like penne alla vodka. Penne alla vodka pizza. It's so heavy, but it's so good. Oh, okay. I was wondering what was going on. We're just running. Oh boy. Hi. Breaking a tooth. Oh, he's sad! That was funny. Streamer struggles. Like pineapple on your pizza? I mean, honestly, I've heard it's actually really good. I'm not a big fan of pineapple in general. So that's not even a pizza issue, that's just a pineapple issue for me. Alright, let's see. Oh, sniff it. Ouch. There we go. Right. Change up was really fast hungry, yeah. Feeling raw pineapple, but like you can't eat pineapple. Oh, that's fair. Oh. Alright. Let's see, where are we going? It's a bit of a maze, I see. Okay. That's nice. And even more. Ah, but another... Okay. There's a bunch of locked doors, then. There's probably a key from each direction, is what I'm getting. That's what I imagine. Every one of these doors probably has a key behind it. Creamy garlic sauce? Ooh, that does sound really good. Actually very funny seeing it be so destructive. Oh, it's a puzzle game! Alright, that's cool, actually. Oh god, it's like everything in here is just so destructible. Why can you go that far? Yikes. Wait, this is where I came from, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So this just loops back around. Is there more here? What? I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could kill him. I think it's down there. I just have to figure out how to get through there. Okay. Oh. Hey, I got the one I needed. However, there might be another one in there. No, it's just the one, okay. Okay. Hate stuffed crust. I think it depends. I have to be in the mood for it. I like a garlic bread crust. Okay. I'm doing the keys one at a time because I'm pretty sure they take up an egg slot. So I don't want to get like all of them at once and then have like no room for eggs. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just follow me like eggs. But that's my interpretation of it. Alright. Bouncing plants. Oh, that's not good. Stars, okay. Out. I did jump directly below it. Like, what did I think was gonna happen? Hey, and there's a key and a door out. Perfect. That was good. That was good. Okay. Let's go put this next one in, and then we gotta go to the bottom left. I've liked the layout of this one. This one's been fun. Back we go. The last people were comparing to Kirby. That's fair. The castles are super long in this game compared to mainline Mario games. I think it's neat. I think it's neat. Why is it an eating sound? I guess they're limited by how many sound effects they could use. It's just, it was the same sound clip as the piranha plant chomping, so I found that quite funny. Okay, I'm running back from that one. I do not want to have to reset this level, because I'm pretty sure it'll make me have to get all the keys again. And that does not quite feel worth it, to be honest. There we go. Key obtained. Oh, it doesn't take up the next slot. Okay, never mind. I could have gotten all of them first and then come over here, but that's okay. Oh, alright, 30s were at caps. Alright, that's fine. Alright, boss time. It's one of those little things. Is it gonna be a really big one? Marching Mild. Yoshi's eyes are closed. There's a stray pixel blinking on Yoshi. Oh. Real big, alright. Ah. I have the right idea. I love guessing correctly. Oh. Oh god. There we go. That's fun. I don't know what you were... I don't know... Sonic Joe, I only just saw your message after being the boss. I don't know what you were starting to say, but please don't backseat unless I ask for it. Unless I specifically like, asked her advice or level or anything. You don't have to tell me what to do. That is backseating. Please do not. Kirby's the boss. Who would have thought? No, that was good. Alrighty, everybody. I think that's gonna be where I call it for now, because it is 11:30. But this was good. Next week, we should be back with more. Next week, I might not play Mario Party next Tuesday and just play Yoshi's Island. Haven't thought for sure, but we'll see. Because I would like to be able to do more than just half of a world. Just to be able to get through it more. So a dedicated stream to it might be new. As a reminder, I am not doing the Wednesday stream tomorrow. The co-op stream, typically every Wednesday, would normally be tomorrow and exclusively on Twitch. However, it is not happening tomorrow. It is happening on Thursday because Deltarune comes out tomorrow, and we won't have everyone for co-op if we did it tomorrow. So we're the others asked to move it to Thursday. So we'll be finishing Forest Swords Adventures Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Same time, just the next day. All right. Have a good night, everybody. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.